This is ridiculously cool. I cannot believe that both these things behind me are mine. Is this not the coolest duo ever? So this is my 2020 Porsche 718 GT4. Obviously a few people know I have this car. I've had it for a year now, which feels absolutely crazy to say. I can't believe I'm lucky enough to even have something like this. There is a bike on the roof. I'll talk about that in a bit. I essentially just wanted to do a quick walk around of the car and make a video of it because I don't make videos for myself. I'm sure quite a few people probably haven't seen a GT4 up close. Maybe you're just not interested, or maybe you just haven't had the opportunity to, but I wanted to quickly walk around the car, talk about the really cool features that this one has, that I love, that I've experienced, and then we'll take it for a really quick drive. Probably make a few other videos on the car at some point. I don't really know yet exactly what I'm going to be doing video wise. I'm probably just do stuff here and there whenever I've got some free time. Bike stuff, car stuff, other car stuff. It's all there really, can do anything. So please do comment if you have any suggestions. Anyway, let's walk around this. So first thing you will see is that the car is white. It's a Carrara white metallic, which is quite difficult to pronounce actually, because I thought it was Carrera white. Carrera, I even struggled to say Carrera. Anyway, it's Carrara white, and it has got satin black 20-inch wheels with these absolutely huge carbon ceramic discs. The brakes are ridiculous. I think that's kind of a bit of a known fact that if you get a GT Porsche, you want the carbon ceramics on it. Some people don't, obviously. There's huge repair fees if they go wrong, which is very scary, but the way they perform on a track to me was mind-blowing. I haven't had a crazy amount of experience with other cars, but I had an F82 M4 before, literally around Bedford Autodrome, which is a fairly long track. I'd say it's like a 2-mile long track. Completely made that up, I don't actually know, but it's long, and after one lap I'd literally get brake fade, pedal will go soft. It felt awful. And this, I've literally been able to do 5, 6, 7 consecutive laps, and the brakes generally get better and better, which is a really strange and amazing feeling. It's also got Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres on, which as well are fantastic. Like, I can't even explain the amount of grip you get from them. The only thing is, when it's not hot out, when the tarmac's not hot, they are lethal. Like really quite scary actually. I've driven the car a few times throughout winter, and I literally had to tuck it away in the garage. I scared myself a few times. But on a warm day, when you manage to get the tyres hot, it's incredible. At the rear of the car we have this really cool wing. I love the shape of this wing. Some people raise them a bit. You can buy these risers that go here and add, like, I don't know, maybe 5 centimeters. I'm not too sure. I feel like they weirdly add too much. You see pictures of these cars with risers. In my opinion, sometimes looks a bit silly. I think this height of wing really suits the size of the car. I think it's such a cool looking rear end. It's got a huge, oh god, what's my focus doing? Under here there's a huge diffuser. You probably see it on the B-roll. And the profile of this car I love. Obviously it's mid-engined, so the engine is back here behind the seats. If we get inside, this is where the magic happens. I'm going to move the steering wheel, I don't like this. Oh. Exhaust button. That's better. So this is what the cockpit is like. Obviously I got it in a manual. It's difficult to say really. I feel like I would have really enjoyed a PDK, but when I bought this, the price difference was huge. PDK there was maybe like a 10-15 grand premium for. Honestly, I'm like not disappointed in the slightest. I'm so glad I went for a manual. I love it. It feels incredible. Let me see if I can kind of show what the throw is like. I honestly love it. I can't even explain how nice that gearbox feels. Obviously I'm sat in these bad boys. Let me get out to show these a bit better. They are the Porsche 918 Spider bucket seats. These are insanely cool. Full carbon fibre. All of this is carbon. They are so comfortable. I think quite a few people complain about how uncomfortable they are, but as far as bucket seats go, I think they're absolutely amazing. What else we got in here? Oh yeah, this is a cool feature. Cup holders. How smart is that? Fold that back up there. Have 2 drinks. Lovely stuff. No one really cares, Ben, but anyway. Oh, this is how you open the doors. Got like race car door pulls, which is really cool. What else we got? Oh, this little gubbins is a 3D printed GoPro mount that I ordered from the US. It's really cool. It obviously fits there really well, so you can film POV stuff on track days. But yeah, the interior of this car I love. I think the only thing I would have really liked is this trim to be carbon instead of this brushed aluminium style thing. And I would have loved a fire extinguisher, which would have come with the Club Sport pack and the roll cage, which I don't have, but I really cannot complain. This is, apart from that, absolute dream spec. The brakes, the headlights, it's got the PDLS Plus headlights, which are amazing. The colour, I love the colour. I love a white Porsche. It's just so, feels so motorsport. As a whole, it's really hard to describe how amazing I think this car is. I also think it's quite hard to understand it until you've driven one or driven something similar. Oh, and also, obviously, as I mentioned, this bike is up here. This is a Marin Rift Zone XR 27.5. It is my new baby. It's amazing. It's amazing. I got really used to riding a 29er a few months ago, but I think 27.5 is way more me. Yeah, need to get used to that, make the most of it, which I will do. If I have time, I will obviously do a few videos on riding that, because that'll be fun, as well as that obviously being on Matt's channel. If there's any questions you have about the 718 GT4, which you don't have the energy to just Google, please write them in the comments and I'll reply. Facts: it's got 420 PS, which is like 414 horsepower, I think. 420 Newton meters of torque, I think. All these stats are pretty rough around the edges. That's all I'm going to give you. It's got a 64 litre fuel tank if you care, and this is the best bit. This is where you fill up. So you're like this in a petrol station, filling up whilst everyone else is filling up at the back of the car. It's the little things. It's the little things. But yeah, I think we should take it for a drive. Just a quick drive. Can't do anything too naughty, obviously. But I'll definitely film some track day videos that I absolutely want to do. My friend Matt has just got 600 LT, McLaren 600 LT, which is a monster, and we're going to book a track day soon. Mate Sam also has just got a Lotus Emira, which is really nice. That's way more matched to this. The 600 LT is just like too much. Yeah, the Emira, I'm really excited to see that on a track. So we'll definitely get videos of that with them, and yeah, in the meantime, let's just go for a calm cruise and you can listen and enjoy the beautiful harmony of this flat six, 4 litre flat six. That's another fact if you wanted it. Right, let's do it. Also, I'm going to take the bike off the roof because even though it does hold, it does jiggle a bit. We don't need that. We do not need that. It's a liability. Voila. And also, if you're wondering, this is what it sounds like. So first things first, it's not great down tight gravelly drives. of the first things that you notice in this car, which is quite annoying, but it's not that bad really, is that the carbon seats crack so much. Listen to this. So one of the things that I love the most about this car is the auto blip function. Essentially what it does is it builds up your revs when you downshift, which replaces the need to heel and toe. And if you're not a heel and toe expert, which I can do it, I wouldn't consider myself an expert at it. I think sometimes it's a bit difficult to get the hang of. On track it's much easier, but when you're just casually driving along, this auto blip feature is amazing. And it means that if you listen, so I'm in fourth and I'll go down to second, and it just builds the revs, and I didn't touch the throttle once, which is actually a really, really cool thing. I've honestly just had to open the windows because my camera keeps overheating. It's a brand new camera and it overheats. I'm going to do a pull in second because I want you to hear it get all the way up to 8,000 RPM, which is where it sings. Here we go. I love this car so much. That camera's going to overheat again. Why is it doing that? It's a brand new camera. Stupid thing. I'll be honest, if this car wasn't on finance and I bought it outright, I would absolutely drive it to the ground. I would daily it. I love it so much. It's not that impractical. There's actually a lot of boot space, because you get your boot in the front that's really deep, and this whole back section of the car basically is free. I'd happily put tens of thousands of miles on this car, and the funny thing is as well is when you drive it on the motorway, it's not that bad on fuel. The other day I drove to Caffeine and Machine, and on the whole motorway section and then some nice twisty country lanes, I averaged 32 or 31 mpg, which, I mean, considering what it is really not bad. The brakes as well are just something else. Oh, the only trouble is you catch up to traffic quite quick. I was going to say, I wish we had way more nice country lanes to drive down in England. Oh, this is a mistake. Oh, massive, huge mistake. I'm not going down there. I'm just always so desperate for nice twisty roads that have good quality tarmac, and it seems like it's so hard to find in England. It's the other thing you can do with this, because it's rear-wheel drive. Too much fun. It's too much fun, this car. I would genuinely appreciate any comments with suggestions of what videos you'd like me to film. But like I said, I kind of want to do this as a bit of a fun project when I've got time. I mean, any opportunity really to drive a car makes me happy, so please do comment any ideas below, and I'll probably wrap this up with a bit of POV driving, because I got this the other day, little mouthpiece GoPro mount, so hopefully that looks cool. So yeah, let's switch to that and I will catch you at some point soon, I'm sure.